Just a few seconds here. Good morning, everyone. We are coming to you live via Facebook streaming, via YouTube streaming, and also via Skype online. Each one of you is welcome to this morning's live streaming. Meditation heals and makes you whole. Meditation is enough to make you whole, healthy, and one piece. Medicine heals the physical body. Meditation heals emotions and makes you spiritually strong. There is intelligence quotient when it was being talked about. The intelligence, then the emotional quotient and spiritual quotient. Intelligence, in the same way, there is a physical health, emotional health, and beyond that is a spiritual. When all these are taken into account, you attain to spiritual health. The word meditation and medicine come from the same root. Medicine means that which heals the physical body. You have some physical ailment, cold, cut or something. Medicine heals that. Meditation means that which heals the emotions, that which heals deeper the spiritual. Both medicine and meditation are healing energies. Reiki, acupuncture, acupressure, all these are the techniques to balance the flow of the energy so that healing can begin. Also try to understand the word healing and the word whole. Both these words, healing and whole, come from the same root. To be healed simply means you are whole, nothing is missing. There is yet another connotation of the word holy. This word comes from the same root, healing, whole, and holy. These three words belong to the same domain. and they are not different in their roots. They come from one root. Meditation heals and makes you holy, makes you whole. To be whole is holy. Holiness has nothing to do with belonging to any religion or any church. It simply means that inside you, you are complete, nothing is missing, you are fulfilled unto yourself. You don't need anything for fulfillment. You are what existence wanted you to be. You have realized your potentials, you have explored them, you are living to your total potential in harmony with existence. That is what meditation is all about. You are whole inside. It's not like one part of you is pulling you in this direction and that direction. A decision is to be made whether to drink this or that. Many options are available. You are not clear, you are thinking, should I this or should I that? That says that you are divided within. Wholeness means you know what is necessary for your own innerness and you live with that. In the West, meditation has not grown roots because all three religions in the West, Judaism and the two offshoots of Judaism are Christianity and Islam. They are all prayer oriented. Prayer and meditation are absolutely contrary to one another. Prayer means you are moving outward. Prayer is addressed to a God you know nothing of. Prayer refers or addresses to a God you know nothing of. Everyone says, I made a conscious contact with God. And he does not use the word God. He said, I made conscious contact with God in a tone. You hear the great names in the West, they talk like that. Prayer is addressed to a God you know nothing of. Because God is not a person, prayer means you are addressing your words to someone who is sitting somewhere. God is your totality, the total existence. It is just a belief given to you by the parents, society, church, synagogue. You pray, but there is nobody who is listening to your prayers. It's you only listening to your prayers. There is nobody who is going to answer your prayers, but it is believed that God answers the prayers. Jesus answers the prayers. Yes, people who pray may feel good because during the period time you are a little bit relaxed. It is the relaxation that helps you. However, that does not mean that their prayers have not been heard. Just praying, they become silent. Just praying, a certain kind of attitude arises in you. For a fraction of time, you put aside your ego and everything else. You become single-pointed, focused to your idea of God. It is their idea, their projection. Still it will give you a feeling of well-being. That's why prayers are used. It gives you a feeling of well-being. and that well-being is very deceptive. It makes you feel that your prayer is significant and there must be a God. Otherwise, after prayers, why do you feel so quiet and calm? How does prayer work? Prayer works like auto-hypnosis. In the language of psychiatry, psychology, it is known as auto-hypnosis. You are giving suggestions to yourself. There is no need for a God. You can concentrate on anything. In India, there are people who worship trees and they get the same feeling. There are people who worship statues, just stone, and they too get the same feeling. But the belief goes on that praying to the idol makes you different. There are people who worship the sun, the river, and they get the same feeling. The question is not what you worship. The question is, if you become concentrated, you fall in a hypnotic trance. And a hypnotic trance is very relaxing. It gives you well-being, and you think that your prayers are heard, and it is because of your prayer that you are feeling very good, relaxed, and well-being is there. If you were doing the prayers just to feel well-being, there is no harm. It is perfectly okay. But it has nothing to do with the search for truth. The journey for search of truth is totally different. It has nothing to do with the inquiry into your own being. Remember this. Prayer functions almost like auto-hypnosis. There is no need for a God. You can concentrate on anything. You have a picture on the wall. Doesn't matter what kind of picture is this. You concentrate on that. As a process of auto-hypnosis, you begin to feel good. Whatsoever words you utter. There are people in India who worship trees, the sun, the moon, the trees, the river, and they get the same feeling. Question is not what you worship. The question is that you become concentrated and you fall into hypnotic trance. And it is that hypnotic trance that works. And this hypnotic trance is very relaxing. It gives you well-being. So if you are doing your prayers to feel well-being, to feel better, there is no harm. It is perfectly good. But it has nothing to do with the search for truth. It has nothing to do with the inquiry into your own being. Remember, Judaism and its offshoot Christianity and Islam are prayer oriented. Meditation is totally different. Meditation moves inward. Prayer directs you outward. Their dimensions are polar opposite. The dimension of the prayer and the dimension of the meditation are poles apart. Prayer needs a God, an object, and you can have any kind of objects. Hindus have given 33 million gods. These are energy vortex. Why just one? When you are going to imagine, why be so miser? Hindus have gods in abundance, and you criticize that. You can choose according to your liking the kind of God that you want. It is the quality that you require to, when you have an accounting problem, You invoke the accounting quality in you and you use that. The same person can be a good cook also. When he is cooking, he is not using his accounting qualities. He is using his cooking qualities. He may be a great sportsman. So that time he is not using his skills in batting or bowling. He is not using his skills in car racing. At the moment of cooking, he is using his cooking skills. You can see that how many different skills you have. So what is wrong in Hindus? Invoking the energy into 33 million different forms. And when you are trying to imagine something, you cannot imagine the formless, you have to use the form to connect to something. Be it a picture, when you are trying to imagine something, I told someone to imagine that you are driving a car. The person said that I am not getting the image to focus on. Because you need a form to connect to. Without to the formless you cannot connect. Because you are form, you have not attained, is connected to your own formless within you. The moment you are connected, you establish a connection to the formless in you, then you don't need the form to connect to anyone. That is what the masters do. They have connected themselves, established a connection within the the formless, and then through the process of meditation, they connect to the formless in you, and the process of transfer of energy takes place. This is what Shaktipat, this is what the transfer of energy, this is what according to Sufi terminology Tawajjuh is. So Hindus are right, using the various qualities of energy. Electricity has tremendous qualities. It can give you, when it comes to light, it can give you different kind of lights. It can give you the lights to heal you. It can give you the light to decorate you, green, red, blue, whatsoever color you want, it can give you the light. But when you need the healing light, you are invoking one quality of that light into an equipment. You had encompassed that quality of light into an equipment and you call it by a different name, an electric god, a healing god. Nobody objects to that. All the so-called critics of Hindu gods do not criticize the electrical gods. Then healing is of a different type. The vibrational healing, the light goes through your light passes and is absorbed in the cells of the body. You need a massager. You need various kind of things. So scientists have discovered the various qualities and the equipments based on the electric current. So in the same way, based on the spiritual energy, various kinds of 33 million, this says that there are infinite possibilities of electricity for the benefit of humanity. Same way, for the spiritual benefit, spiritual healing of the being, the various forms or manifestation of that current, that energy are necessary. You can choose according to your liking the kind of energy you want to invoke, the kind of quality you want to invoke at a particular moment. To outsiders it looks strange, but they do not understand the psychology of prayer. It does not matter what you are praying, to whom you are praying, or to whom your prayer is addressed. All that matters that you should be concentrated. It can do the same, just lie down looking at the light bulb without blinking the eyes, and soon you will fall into a hypnotic trance. No prayer is needed. Just you have a picture hanging on the wall, sit down in front of it and keep on looking at it. Slowly and slowly you will relax and you will fall into a hypnotic trance. You keep a mirror in front of you, and mirror will reflect your image because you are sitting in front of the mirror. Keep on looking into it and you will fall into, this will be a silent prayer. You are falling into a hypnotic trance. You feel refreshed. All that matters is that you should be concentrated. You can do just lying down looking at the light bulb without blinking your eyes, and soon you will fall into a hypnotic trance. And when you wake up, you will feel refreshed, rejuvenated, livelier than ever, younger. So nothing is wrong in all these things, whether it is a prayer or anything. The problem arises when you think that this is religious, this is a spiritual growth. Then you are falling into a dangerous fallacy. It has nothing to do with the spiritual search. The spiritual search is only for truth. And search for truth is not outside but within. Religion is journey inwards, not outward journey. Your prayers are addressed to outward gods. Indeed, meditation is the way of inward journey. What meditation actually does, it takes your consciousness as deep as possible. Even your own body becomes something outside as far as meditation is concerned. Your emotions are outside as far as meditation is concerned. Even your mind becomes something outside. Even your heart, which is very close to the center of your being, becomes outside. When your body, mind, and heart, all three are seen as outside, you have come to the center of your existence. When you can see your body, mind, and heart, all three as outside. You say heart is inside, the mind is inside, but as long as that happens, you have not reached the center of your existence. The moment you are able to see these three things, the body, the mind, and the heart, outside you, you have come very close to the center of your existence, and that is what meditation means. Coming to your center. This coming to the center is a tremendous explosion which transforms everything. You will never be same again after this. You will never remain the same, because now you know body is the outer shell, mind is somewhat inner, but not really your inner core, and heart is a little bit more inside. yet still it is not the innermost center. You are disidentified with body, mind, and heart. Then you reach the inner realm, which Christians call it as Sacred Heart, or you reach to what Sufis call Kalb. It is because of this that Gurdjieff used to call his way the fourth way, because if you are engrossed in the body, mind or heart, these are the three things. And if you can transcend these, you reach the fourth. Hindus call that state as Turiya, the fourth state, beyond which there is no way to go. You have come to the very end, very core. Hindus have called this as Turiya, the fourth one. Gurdjieff used the word the fourth way. But this gives you many experiences. You start feeling for the first time that you are crystallized. For the first time you start feeling a tremendous energy, inexhaustible energy that you were never aware of. For the first time you know that death will happen only to the body, to the mind, and to the heart. Heart dies. This is what heart failure is. Mind, as far as emotions and the memory is concerned, stays on. The ego vanishes, but the memory stays on. You are eternal. You have always been here, and you will always be here, of course, in different forms. And ultimate in the state of formlessness you will be. But you cannot be destroyed. You are indestructible. Nanam chindanti shastrani nanam dahati pavaka. Fire burns it not, weapons cut it not, and water moistens it not. You cannot be destroyed. You are indestructible. Or that takes all fear from you. And the disappearance of the fear is the appearance of freedom. The moment fear disappears, freedom appears. Disappearance of fear is the appearance of love. As long as there is fear, love does not take birth in you and is not born. Now you can share. When fear disappears, love is born. Freedom comes in, you can share, you can give as much as you want because you have reached the inexhaustible source of energy, the source of living waters. Many who are thirsty will be coming to you then. They will find you. There is no need for you to call them. Once they are thirsty, they will find you. Their very thirst will bring you in contact with them. They will come closer to you, because as they come closer, they will find their thirst disappearing and a great contentment arising in them. The same as you are, they are becoming. The same as you are, they are becoming. Meditation makes you whole, makes you holy. It makes you an inexhaustible source of all those who are hungry, thirsty, seeking, searching, and groping in dark. It makes you an exhaustible source for all those who are hungry, thirsty, seeking, searching, and groping in dark. You become a light, and many can share your light. You can see this happening. One candle which is lit, lights can light thousands of candles. that does not diminish its own light. The light of the candle which is lit does not diminish. One enlightened being can share his enlightenment and many can become lighted. But his enlightenment is not diminished. On the contrary, it increases. The more he gives, the more he is. A moment comes when he gives himself totally, and that is the moment when he has become a master. And those who are ready to take, who are an opening, who are available, can take as much as they want. You can take as much as you want. The master is only a light. He is not a teacher, but something transpires between him and the disciple. Like a catalyst, he remains in the process of transformation. And the moment disciple also becomes lighted, there is no difference between the master and the disciple. And that is the greatest joy for the master, when all disciples are also masters. And that has been my whole idea in creating meditation around the world. Meditation, taoshobuddha International Center for Human Transformation. This center is not an ordinary organized religion. This is not for believers. Meditation sessions that happen week after week, they are alchemical labs for transformation and for creating more and more masters. With less than a master, a Buddha will not be satisfied. Meditation is the way to mastery of your own being. No God is needed. No holy book is needed. Nobody is needed to become a Christian or a Jew or a Hindu or a Muslim. You are, and that is enough. All that is needed is to find your center, go beyond the body, mind and heart, and meditation is the simplest way to find it. It will make you whole, healthy, spiritually, and it will make you so rich that you can destroy all spiritual poverty of the world, and that is the only real poverty. The poverty of the physical bodies for food, clothes and shelter can be easily helped by science and technology. But science and technology cannot help you to be blissful. Blissfulness is beyond the scope of science. You may have everything that the world can offer, but if you do not have peace, serenity, silence and ecstasy within, you will remain poor. In fact, you will feel your poverty more than ever, because the contrast will be there. You are living in a golden palace. You know you are still a beggar. The golden palace will become a contrast. Now you can see inside there is nothing, just emptiness. That is why as humanity becomes more intelligent and mature, more and more they begin to feel meaninglessness in life. Also, more and more people start feeling life is accidental, that it is just futile to go on living. The latest developments in philosophy in the West all indicate one thing, that perhaps suicide is the only solution. And of course, if you do not know your inner world, you have everything available that outside world can give you, suicide will appear to you to be the only solution. Meditation makes you inwardly rich, then suicide is out of question. Even if you want to destroy yourself, there is no way. Your being is indestructible, and you know this immortality is the freedom from death, disease, and from old age. All those things will come and go, but you will remain untouched, unscratched. Your inner health is beyond all sickness, and it is there just to be discovered. The inner health, the discovery of the inner health is the way of meditation. Discovery of the inner health is the way of meditation. Only this much for this morning. Until tomorrow, take care and do have a pleasant day.